It's time to start another loaf of bread, or bang my head against the wall, which would be easier. So this is how I package the spent grain that the brewer gives me. I put it in 1 cup packages and I stick it in the freezer. So this just came out of the freezer. It's fermented on the grain. It's what they do for making beer. I have no clue. It just makes an amazing loaf of bread. I've got my wheat berries and we're going to grind them and then we're going to make the bread because I grind all my own wheat. There's reasons. There really is. So I've ground the flour, but it called for 3 cups of flour, but I'm only ground 2 1/4 cups of flour because earlier in the process when he first gave it to me, I dehydrated a whole bunch of it and sent it through my grinder. So now I have spent grain flour, which is just basically rye and other grains. And now I'm going to add 3/4 of a cup of this flour to my 2 1/4 cups of that flour, and we're going to see if the bread turns out. Add this before you add your flour. Let's see if it works this time, because adding it to the top, it doesn't mix in all the way. Ooh, it smells like a brewery. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. It's so dark in color. Look at that. It's beautiful. If you haven't figured it out by yet, I love seeds and nuts. So I'm going to add 2/3 of a cup of pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, sesame seeds, and flax seeds to the bread. And give it a little bit more oomph. Oh, it's so good. And pop it in the bread machine and we shall see how it turns out. It's only been recently that I've started milling my own flour. It's total health benefits in this. And I've been making all of our bread products for about 12 years now. So we don't buy any made bread products in the store, even tortillas, crackers, everything, you name it. We make them. But milling the flour is a different technique. So we're going to see the spent grains and the milling. It's all a test, right? You'll have to come back in a couple hours and I'll show you the finished product, even if it's a total flop. I'm going to post this, so I'm going to have to show you the flop if it flops.